It's your main man, PBM Louie, and we in the building. And we here rocking with, Bel Air. Anything you need, for the moment, for that moment, them bad moments. She broke up with you? Bel Air is it. She talking a little crazy? Bel Air is it. Your man broke? You need a little $30 bottle? Bel Air is it. We here, we rocking with Bel Air. Make sure you get it at any of your local liquor stores. You at the club, you asked for it. It's Bel Air. We here. Main man PBM Louie. Go get it, Bel Air.
Yeah. Beers and vibes. Beers and vibes. Beers and bottles. Beers and vibes. Flyest niggas. Baddest minds. Poppin' shit. Poppin' vibes.
Yeah. It's your main man, PBM Louie.
It's the homie GL.
And this Bids.
And Box.
We got a special guest today.
Who we here with, man?
Yeah, it's racking.
Oh, man.
You know what it is. It's your boy Rackboy King, baby.
Right. Talk to him. He got the racks around his neck. It's looking real good.
Yeah, I'm trying to be like you, man.
Oh, man, we all trying to win.
I see you
bro.
over there.
We all trying to win, trying to shine.
You blinded me over here, man.
Do what we do.
Facts.
How was your week so far? Let's talk GL. How was your week so far, my boy?
You know what's going on with me. You know what time it is, man. Celtics.
Fuck out of here.
More Celtics.
Damn, I didn't even mean that.
More Celtics.
You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie, the boys looking good. They look
what
good.
time it is,
We
man.
watched you
good,
last
man.
night. I was sick watching the Celtics do their thing, man.
KD went
man.
0 for 10 in the second half.
Right. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
The first 3 quarters, I said, they probably gonna lose this game. Man,
Lock that boy up.
We're a good third quarter team, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Winners win.
What's up? How your week was so far, bro?
That shit was good. I was cooling, doing what I do. I was getting busy,
We seen you yesterday. We heard that you was at the event, the Jim Jones, the Smoke Out event. Yesterday was 420. How was that for you?
I was high as hell, yo. Nah, but it was popping, yo.
Right.
It was a good event. Shout out to Jim and them. They did their thing yesterday.
Right. So when you everybody was fucking with the 420 to go back to that, like, how do you usually rock when it comes to the weed on a regular basis? Is it like something you do like in the mornings, just the afternoon, or it's just something that you do like recreational, just to mellow down?
I really don't really smoke like that.
Oh, okay.
I was
Once in the blue,
even smoke.
Yeah, once in the blue.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Birthdays,
bro.
shit like that,
I don't know how y'all do it at all though. Like me personally, like, you know what I mean?
That weed high ain't your
I was
vibe?
though. These ain't talking to Selena last night. I was telling her, I was like, bro, that shit is unattractive to me, big dog.
Yeah.
So,
You know what
so
I
you
mean?
more of a drinker?
More of a drinker, yeah.
Let's pop some of these bottles. Let's get this
Selena,
started.
we got our special guest here today, Selena. She gonna be our bar maid, I guess, for the night. She part of the same PR bartender. We appreciate you tonight. Selena, wave at the camera. Show the people your face so they can see you. Wave at that one. Wave at that one behind you. Right there. Yeah, so Rack, what you want? What you want to drink?
Some Casa.
Yeah, you can pour me and him up some Casa. GL on one, he Ramadan. So,
Shit, I got my Casa right here.
Yeah, I'm some Casa as well.
That's what's up, man.
Not my boy.
So while she getting that right, who is Rackboy Cam? Like, take us back to like where the name came from. Who are you? You know what I mean?
I'm just a cool nigga from the hood, man, doing what I do.
I like to hear that.
Entrepreneur, you know what I mean? Family man. Somebody that's out there just trying to get it,
How it started from you, but from the early days, though.
I started off as a party promoter. That's where the name Rackboy come from. It was a group of us, the Rackboys,
That's when I first got familiar with you.
word?
My team was called Comma Boys. They like, yo, it's Rack Boys. I'm like, Rack, comma.
Oh, word?
Yeah, we Comma Boys. Word up.
Yeah, we started off doing parties and shit, you know what I mean? Then it got to a point, I'm like, I got to do something different to grow my brand, you know? So
What city you from?
I'm from 2 cities, actually. That's a good question. You
2
asked me
cities?
that. Yeah, from Hackensack and I'm from Patterson.
How so? Like, explain us how the 2 cities come about.
I was born and raised in Patterson, but I went to school in Hackensack. My father lived in Hackensack.
Right.
So they sent me over there, feeling like I get a better education,
Smart genius of your pops.
Yeah, so.
How was that before you coming up? Like, was it weird going from, one extreme to the next? Hackensack is different, but Patterson totally different.
Yeah, totally different. I mean,
you know what I mean?
Don't get it twisted. Hackensack, it's a lot of Caucasians and shit over there, but it's hood too.
Right.
It's different. It ain't on Patterson level, but it's different.
Yeah.
But I learned a lot, It's 2 different worlds, I learned the best the good and the bad out of both of them. You know what I mean? Both situations. You know, Bergen County is kind of different. Like, I was raised like, you gotta get fly, get to your money.
Right.
Get to the bag. But like, kind of trying to do something legit,
How did that affect the music for you? Like how you was making the music, you know what I mean? And then not only just how you was making the music, but the accessibility you had as far as your resources.
And when you started rapping in the first place.
Patterson Patterson is what made me. That's how I became Rackboy Cam.
Right.
Bergen County was just,
That's where the money was at.
Yeah, where the money was at. But ask me a question again, because I forgot.
Nigga, I said, So what was the resources that you had, and how did you actually started rapping?
Well, being I was a party promoter, I just used like all my connects and stuff to actually push my music. It's the same thing. I had a lot of ties with DJs and promoters. So I did the same thing I did when it came time to promote a party. If I had to drop a single, hit all the DJs up, promoters, I'm coming through, spin my record, It's all about networking. It's the same thing. To me, it's in the same family.
Nah,
GL was doing. That's GL. Y'all, you and this nigga.
He was early on working the records like a single in the club.
Right.
Yeah. Rick ATM?
Yeah,
that's how I got acclimated with who you was.
Yeah, I had a record called Drink or Two. He actually helped me get it popping. Yeah, colleges and shit like that.
You think you gained most of your fan base from the earlier days opposed to now, and was it more tangible as far as physical, going to see people, being in places? Did that mean more than the internet at that time?
Actually, to me, I feel like because let's not get it twisted. Before the music, I was already popping. Like, I was already popular already. You know what I'm saying? So it made it kind of easier for me to make the transition to actually start doing music. But I come from that era where it's like, I got to pull up on everybody. I got to show my face.
Right.
You know what I mean? I got to brush shoulders with people. You know what I mean? Like, actually, check out my music, see my CD, like, whatever, listen to my shit. And I feel like that era was way better than now, because it's like, internet cool, but I don't feel like people really pay attention. They don't really get it unless it's like some drama or some bullshit going on,
Yeah, and I also see that you ain't had no problem investing in your career early.
Yeah.
Whether paying for the features or even just working with other up and coming Patterson artists. I seen you had a song with Hard Luck early. You had a song with P Dice early, like before the whole Trap Queen went crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a whole nother situation.
What's the situation? Tell us the situation.
We want to know. We want to know.
I told you when you came up here, what I say to you? I said, this is a lifestyle. You know what I mean? So what happened? Tell us the problem. The situation between that.
No. Ain't no issues. It's just that, like, I feel like I kind of was ahead of my time.
Right.
I see a lot of potential in people, and I'm not scared to reach out and work with people. You know what I mean? Like, I always been like that. If I see you grinding and you doing what you got to do, and I feel like I can help you or add on to what you're doing, I'm gonna work with you,
So what's your relationship with Fuzz?
Me and Fuzz cool. We cool. We not like close, but we cool. When I see him, it's respect.
Right. Yeah. That's what it is. That's my guy. So when I be seeing guys from your area, we had those conversations. You know what I mean?
I just was with him last week. We had a concert.
Right.
In the city. Shout out to Mike Jackson, running for mayor. He doing what he got to do. But we had a big event to bring the city together, and we always performing and putting on for the city.
Right. Don't you sponsor some shit called Rackboy Weekend or Rackboy Week?
Yeah. We actually working on it for this summer, but we kind of like got slowed down due to the pandemic. But we got it going on this year. I just don't know exactly when we doing it, but we putting it together.
Right.
Yeah.
And the first time talking about it.
Yeah, the first time we did it, we were sponsored with Checkers.
That was
we
big.
teamed up with Checkers and gave out a lot of free food to the community.
That's dope.
That's big. You think you trained, like, being as you just said, you had issues like as far as, liking fucking with the internet and just, liking how it worked. You think, from the time of selling and giving out CDs, did you feel like you transitioned well from that to the internet, as far as placement goes? Yeah, because I always try to stay ahead of the curve. And I'm big on marketing and branding. Like, I focus on that a lot because I feel like the music, it come easy to me. You know what I'm saying? Right.
As far as coming up with a catchy hook and a vibe, like, that's second nature. But I feel like the key is really marketing, because it's like anybody can make music. I ain't gonna say anybody, but anybody could come up with a record. But if you don't got the bread or you don't got a strategy to actually push it, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like,
and being
how you gonna get it out there? Like, everybody think you can just send a text or check out my record or post it on the gram. Like, them days are over.
Right, that's a fact. And being as though you give off a cool nigga vibe. I mean, do you ever feel like that's part of your detriment? Because, you know, people like the flashy. Right now, it was either lit if you was super gangster or gimmicky or, you know what I'm saying? Cool niggas normally finish last, weirdly enough.
Yeah, I mean, I get that a lot, but it's like, my motto is like, you never fail being yourself. Like, I never failed being me. Right. You know what I'm saying? I came this far being myself, so eventually, it's working, obviously. But I do get that, though. Some people say, yo, Kim, you gotta be more flashy, you gotta talk your shit more, like, you know, but I just be chilling, bro. Like,
I used to have a saying, like, I wanted to make it cool to be a cool nigga again.
Right.
Like, we was coming up, it was different niggas. It was niggas that was just cool. It was niggas that was nice and bald. Niggas that was just fly. You know what I mean? He was just cool. He ain't the toughest. He ain't
everybody stayed in their lane.
He was just a cool nigga. You feel
Right.
Everybody stayed in their lane, you know?
It's different nowadays, man. You know, usually I do a segment. What's that segment called, GL?
Louis got a segment called Fuck All the Small
Fuck all the small talk. So let's get busy, right? Let's get to it, right? How many of your family members asked you for some money after you got that big check, after you scored that big check? After them niggas, after all that, the drama went on and you won that money. I mean, let's stay. I think we Googled it, was say 1.7. Yeah, you know what I mean? Look, ladies, if you want something, rack, hit the guy.
How many play cousins came out?
How many play cousins you ain't known in 5, 6 years?
When you was little.
How many new friends you had?
Ask my, me and Detail was just talking about that shit. He said, man, when that shit came out, everybody was around.
Right.
You know, right. Everybody started hitting my phone, calling me, trying to be in the mix and all that. You know.
And what did you gain from that situation? Like, did you actually get the money yet, or no? Like, what happened with that?
I'm still working on it right now.
Just going to do legalities from the situation.
Yeah, it's a working process. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's a good rebuttal when they ask you for something like, I ain't even get it yet. You could, you get with that for a little minute.
What you learned? What did you learn from that situation though? Like, as far as, you know, the publishing side of it, so on and so forth.
Well, hold on, Louis, for our followers that's not familiar, he got to walk us back to what we even talking about.
Let's walk him back. So let's go back to the place right there. Let us know what happened and how it happened, and then, you know, bring us all the way to where we at now.
Pretty much I was doing what I do, you know what I mean? Pushing this record core, everything be lit, traveling, moving around, you know, networking with niggas and shit.
That's the joint with Mano on the hook.
Yeah, Mano, Vado.
You wrote the hook or that's Mano?
No, I wrote the hook.
Oh,
that's key right there.
Jersey, look at that. I always tell niggas, Jersey, baby.
And you had the foresight to put him on the hook?
What happened was it was the original version with just me and Vado. So then I ran across somebody that I'm cool with. Yeah, that's cool with Mano. They was just like, yo, you might as well put him on the hook. So Mano was the first. Mano was like, nah, let me get a verse. Yeah. But I'm like, nah, it's too much going on. You might as well jump on the hook. You know what I'm saying?
That's definitely when 3-verse songs was dying.
Yeah, it was too much. Like, I'm like, yo, Mano, you might as well just jump on the hook, do it over. And then he did it.
I definitely heard the version without Mano on it.
That's the version I did was playing first.
In the clubs.
And then we tried to revamp it and put Mano on it. Well, we did revamp it and put Mano on it. But long story short, at that time, I had a couple people working my music, working my records, trying to give me a situation. And I ran across, I think it's a game. That's a label that Wife and Lucci is actually signed to. TIG. We was in the works of working out a situation. They was trying to sign me for the record. Everything be lit and drink or two. So I was working with them, you know, doing what I got to do, trying to work something out. But they're like they're an independent label, so they can only sign one person at a time and focus on one person at a time. Yeah. They don't really have a super engine, you know, to multitask and focus on multiple artists. So at that time, who they had at that time? At that time, they had Jacquees, they had Rich Homie Quan, they just got Lucci, but they basically, Birdman ended up taking Jacquees, the Cash Money, so they had Rich Homie. Then I think Rich Homie and them had a fallout, and then they were just like focusing on Lucci. Right. So they were just like, yo, when we get Lucci up and running, we gonna fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Fast forward, they had all my music, like I said, I'm still doing what I'm doing. Me and Fat Boy running around, you know, doing shit for the kids and shit. They got the records playing on the radio, self-co-signing and shit. Shit moving, you know what I mean? I end up going on tour with Zoe Dollars. We go to Philly, Club Onyx. I don't think Onyx open anymore.
I think they revamped it. They got a new name to it though.
Yeah, so we in Onyx, me and Zoe doing our thing. And P&B Rock comes to the show and shit, so he chilling with us. Me and Zoe, you know, at this time, the DJ playing the record 30 times. You feel me? I'm performing the record on stage. He right there by me while I'm performing the record on stage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he was cool, you know? I ended up getting his number, exchanging numbers with him and shit, you know? It was cool, it was cool, you know? Can't really say nothing, you know what I mean? So fast forward from that, you know, I'm still in cahoots with Think It's a Game, but nothing really work out.
Right.
I'm still doing what I gotta do, you know, moving around. And next thing you know, the record come out, you know, every day we lit.
She went with double platinum, triple platinum.
Did you hear it yourself first, or somebody had to catch on and then told you?
I'm gonna be real, like I was a little naive at first because I really didn't know nothing about copyright infringement. And then I'm gonna tell you personally, like I don't be pressed for confrontation and shit. Like I'm just like, all right, whatever. But it got to the point that people kept coming to me like, yo, I don't know what's going on with that record sound a lot like this shit.
Yeah, because the beat, you know why? Because it felt like they sped the beat up. The same or similar. Something was similar about the beat, but obviously the words was there.
Like
the melody,
it
was like, you know what I mean? It was like too much like it for me.
Yeah, so I ain't gonna lie, I was naive at first. I'm not gonna hold you.
Right.
Nah, I'm thinking, not even really thinking like, bro, like you did Charles with P&B, like Lucci label was trying to sign you. Like
there's too many coincidences.
Too many. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, nah, they ain't whatever. But people kept coming up to me like, yo, that record sound too much like yours. And I had a producer, I don't want to say his name, but he real popular at the time. You know, he still is popular now, actually, than what he was back then. He got a lot of hit records right now. Shout out to him.
Okay.
But he called me one day because he was fucking with the Everything Be Lit record. He liked the original, you know, my version.
Right.
So, and he knew that I was getting, you know, working on getting a deal with Think It's a Game. And he called me one day. He said, yo, Cam, what's going on? Like, what's going on with you and Think It's a Game? I'm like, I'm playing dumb and shit because I don't know if they told him to call me and they fishing around or whatever. So I'm playing dumb because I don't know what's going on. I don't know who on the phone or whatever. So he like, yo, what's going on? Hold up. So he like, what's going on with you on that record? I mean, you don't think it's a game. I'm like, what you mean? He like, yo, the records sound very similar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he a producer, so him telling me that, it's
for
like,
him, his ear different. That's
right,
a fact.
but he know all the mechanics and shit behind the scenes, like of an actual record, like the structure when you break a record down, you know?
And you already got it was copywritten before all that. Before all this, you had everything.
Now I'm gonna get to that.
Oh, yeah.
And after that. So he like, yo, you gotta call them and they owe you some publishing. Straight like that, he told me that shit. And I'm like, oh shit, for real? Like, dang.
Son, he looked you out.
You probably wouldn't
Shout
have
out
moved
to
if you
him.
had a
Probably would
conversation.
never moved.
Shout out
If
to
he would
him.
never told me that, you know?
Right.
And he a real nigga for that. You know, I never put him on blast, but it's crazy, yo. He a real nigga for that. But yeah, so I started looking into it, you know, was weighing my options and whatnot. And I found somebody who helped me take the case. But now, back to the copyright situation, realistically, I could have won 8.8 million.
God damn.
If you copywritten it the right way.
So what happened was, a lawyer of mine, you know, I ain't gonna put him on the spot, but he copywritten my shit wrong.
Not my boy.
Damn.
Yeah, that's just yeah, he copywritten my shit wrong. And I don't know if he knew or whatever the case may be, but so when you do a copyright, it's a little bit of knowledge for people out there that's listening.
Pay attention, y'all.
When you copyright a record, there's only two ways to do it. You can only copyright it as one single song, or you gotta do it as a compilation, like an album. You know what I'm saying? There's no in between. So it's either one record or a compilation. You gotta put it out as a project or you copyright it. So he was trying to do 4 singles into one. So what happened was when he sent out the information to the copyright office, he had all his information. He didn't put mine. So they reaching out to him, trying to figure out like, yo, basically tell him like, yo, you gotta fix this. Copyright is wrong.
Right.
Couldn't get in contact with him. He running around doing his thing or whatever. Me, I'm calling these niggas. Because mind you, I did that shit way before their record even came out. My shit was supposed to be done.
Like a year or two before it came out?
I ain't gonna say a year or two, but like a year.
A lot of time.
A lot.
Yeah.
It was a couple
out,
months.
14, 15?
Mine was like end of 15.
15.
But that's when I did the copyright around that time.
But it came out 14 though, right?
Did it come out 14?
Had to be like 14.
It had to be like 14, I think.
Probably was.
That's when I was outside.
Probably was. I said like 15, early I say like 15.
Late 14, early 15, something like that?
The only reason why I want to say late or early 15 is because theirs came out in the 2016, and it was probably like a year after I dropped mine.
Okay.
So I'll probably say like the summer of 2015.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I remember that I was running the streets, passing out T-shirts and CDs and all that other shit, pushing the record. But yeah, so the copyright office trying to get in contact with my lawyer and basically let him know like, yo, you filed this shit wrong, you know? So by the time I end up calling, and if anybody know anything about the copyright office, that shit like calling unemployment.
Right.
Yeah. You can't get nobody on the phone, dog. Like, facts, you can't get nobody on the phone. One day I kept calling, 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning. One day I looked up and got somebody on the phone, and he ended up helping me, and I ended up getting it through. But by the time, because for what people don't know is like, say today, I put in a copyright today.
Right.
Today would be the date, like the publication date, but it don't count towards your copyright. It's actually the registration date. That's when they process it. You feel me?
Right.
So that's the date that they got to honor when it comes to a lawsuit, is the registration date, not the actual date that you put it in. And it's like it count, but it don't count. You know?
No. So it's different between the processing date and the completion of registration. So the completion of registration, they gave you compensation for, but not the processing.
Exactly.
That's horrible.
So it came out after. So basically, the period of time, the date they gave me was after they came out with their record. But I really did it way before,
bro.
You know what I mean? So that shit had me tight, but it's like.
Let me ask you a real question though, like on some honesty shit, like from the heart. You honestly think you gonna get that money, or you think they gonna keep holding up? Because you already won a case. The hardest part is over.
I don't want to go too deep into it, but honestly, everybody asks me that question. I feel like I am now. If it was the 8 million, I don't know. That's a lot of bread. You feel me? But the 1.7, I definitely think I'm getting it because.
You think they're gonna pay you in installments?
Nah, it's a process with that shit. Like, so for anybody that don't know, when it comes to a lawsuit and you sue somebody for copyright infringement or anything like that, they actually freeze the royalties for the record. So nobody is able to actually get it. So once they freeze all the money and everything like that, you get access to that first.
So, that's what I'm saying. So it's been 2 years, 3 years now.
Yeah. So everything's been frozen.
So when is it gonna? Like, how does that part now? So, how do we get them unfrozen to your? You know what I mean?
Right now you're going through appeals. You know, niggas trying to appeal this shit or whatever the case may be. But
so they don't let nothing out until everything is over.
Yeah.
Oh, they gonna try to ransack.
It'll be like 18 months.
It's already been 2 years. They gonna keep trying to do that. Keep trying to appeal it. But you only allowed 3 appeals?
Yeah, like 2. So, but like I said, judge already put everything in my favor. And he's not gonna reverse it. So niggas just stalling, wasting their time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They gonna give you a shit. By the time you get the shit, it be like we worth 2.6 million.
I'm hoping.
You know what I mean?
All this interest.
Run it
What's
up.
wrong with it?
Yeah.
Run it up.
Now you as an artist, once you really accept it, like they took my shit. Are you souped? Like you like, dag, I made something so hot they wanted to take my shit.
Nah.
Or you were more upset?
Say it again.
Or were you more upset?
I wasn't even really upset, and I wasn't really like soup.
Nah.
I just felt like, fuck it. Like everything happens for a reason. You know what I mean?
Right. Fuck it, you'll make another one.
I gotta work it out, and I'll make another record. You know?
Do you feel like that was a make or break moment for you? Do you feel like that made your career? Because I've recently seen that you got like 16 million streams and 12 million on Spotify, 16 million on YouTube or something like that. And was that most of those views after that situation?
Yeah, I mean, in the process of me just growing as an artist.
Right. So you think it's a little bit of both? It's a mixture.
A little bit of both. But that situation definitely put the spotlight on me.
Let me ask you a question. Just being honest, like, I know how this shit go. We've been in for years. Do you feel like you capitalized off your moment? Because I seen you on the Complex around then. I seen you on Jersey Journal. I seen you, I seen you on all, you had the most publications I ever seen after you won that. Do you feel like that was like a defining moment and you feel like you dropped the ball on it? Or did you feel like you capitalized on everything that you could possibly do? I feel like I be honest with it.
So I answer your question. So I feel like I capitalized on it like it is what it is. You feel me? My name is out even more, but I feel like I got a point to prove now. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody like, yeah, you got that off, but you got your hating niggas like, Cam, he got that off because he's smart. Or some niggas be like, yo, Cam deserved that shit. He was grinding.
Right.
You feel me? But I really don't give a fuck what niggas think. But to answer your question, I feel like I capitalized off of it. But I still got work to do. Now I got to prove to them to the masses, to the people, whoever that I could really do this shit myself. So I need my own record. You know what I'm saying? Meaning like, cool, I got my credentials off for that, but now it's time for me to put my foot forward and
I feel what
prove
you're
to the
saying.
world. Like,
I feel what you're saying,
you know?
right? But I feel like, you know how we measure success is wrong. I feel like you getting so many streams and so many. I feel like you successful in your own right.
Nah, I am.
You know what I'm saying?
Am,
like on some real shit. Like,
I am. But like, to say this, to say that is just like, yo, like, I'm thinking big.
Right.
Because you gotta remember, that's a platinum record. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Now it's just like, I got credentials on the platinum record. Now I gotta get one without that.
But let me ask you a
get
question.
what I'm saying?
And let me, you think that record was as good as their record? Like, honestly, I think it was I think that what made their record a little better, honestly, was the combination of both of them on it, opposed to you just writing it by yourself. You know, it's 50 other writers in it. They stole your record. Yeah. And after they steal your record, they add to it with 2 other writers.
Okay, so.
And then they changed the melody a little bit.
This how I
me being honest with you. Like.
Also, too, like, my lawyer was able to prove that shit had like 100 similarities in it. When you break down
similarities.
When you break down the record, like, you listen to an acapella.
Yeah.
Like, he was able to prove that they wouldn't ever been able to come up with that record without listening to mom.
Agreed.
So that's what that.
That wasn't even
second
option.
thing
That
is,
was already that.
At that time, I feel like their record was a little bit more radio friendly than mine.
Mm-hmm.
And
it got a little singing to it. It got a little melody.
Yeah, mine. I feel like mine. We did the auto tune thing, but I feel like at that time
it wasn't as popular.
I just feel like my record was more New Yorkish. More for our area. They shit was more worldwide. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
Yeah, I mean, a
that's
Philly
how
artist,
I feel.
Atlanta artist.
Yeah. Like, they shit could bounce around more. You know what I mean? My shit kind of was like, the tri-state, that New York sound at the time. You know, now it's a little bit different. Everybody kind of on the same accord.
Right.
Besides, you know, shout out to my niggas on the West Coast. They still got they sound and shit. But I feel like for the South and the tri-state, everything is pretty much on the same accord now than it was back then.
So we on debate time right now.
Yeah.
So I wanna ask you this debate right here. A major or independent? Which one would you rather do? And then tell me why.
It depends on the situation.
Break it down.
If you got your own bread and you got your own money, I wouldn't say independent, but I would say more so of a partnership with a major.
Still stay independent, but just have that partnership.
Yeah, that relationship, you know, ties with them.
The best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds.
I agree with you.
But if you don't have your own money in your own bag, I ain't gonna lie to you. You coming in the game, you got $0 in your pocket. So I might fuck around and take a 360. I ain't gonna hold you.
Right. I just was telling niggas like, you know, I turned down a couple deals, not to cut you up, right? A couple situations, right? But the time that I was gonna take the situations, I'm already touching 200,000-300,000, right? Mm-hmm. But the moment my pockets, I'm from the streets, you know what I mean? So it's ups and downs. The moment a nigga fall off, you like,
should have took that shit.
I should have took
Not
that
my boy.
situation, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you just it be that for me.
It all depends, man. You know, and then also too, like, I feel like independent shit is it ain't easy as niggas think. You know?
Yeah, that's a fact.
It take a lot of money. You actually got to know what you're doing. Like, you got to have relationships. Like, I honestly could say, like, I'm one of them. Like, I got my own radio guy. Like, when it's time for me to do radio, I don't gotta rely on no label. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta rely on no label to do radio. I got my own marketing teams and stuff like that. So, I mean, yeah, I take a little bit of that, sweetie.
Yeah, you was next.
No, he got in his cup.
But so now trying to move on from that situation, how life been since then? More groupies, more avenues, more connects, more. Yeah. Or do you feel like people been standoffish, like no blackballing or nothing like that, right?
Two-part question. First and foremost, like, it's weird, yo, because it's like, I'll be so nonchalant to a lot of shit, and it's like, I'm just with whatever, because like how I was raised, it's like, you gotta act like you used to shit. Like, you can't show your hand, like you can't go outside. What's it saying? Like, go outside acting like you ain't never had nothing. Right. Like, I wasn't raised like that, so it's like, anything that happens, it's just like, I try not to be like, overexcited about it and just do what I do. Like, my mans was coming to me one day. He was just like, "Yo, King, like you got the momentum right now. You got it. Like how you feel?" Right. I was just like, "Bro, like this ain't nothing. Like I got a lot of work to do." You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I'm humble with it, you know?
What's your goal though? Like what's your, you know, we all got goals and dreams and aspirations. What's your obtainable goal like you see in the next 12 to 18 months for yourself?
Answer that, I answer what you were saying. So to answer your question, like I'll just be chilling, bro. Like there was always chicks coming at me.
Right.
There's always niggas, you know, trying to, you know, be a part of what I'm doing. Like there's nothing new.
Project Hotel. Shit like
Yeah, it ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? Just try to just keep a lot of the real niggas around me, fake niggas away from me.
Respectfully.
You know what I'm saying? But that shit come with the game. Everything is part of the game, like chicks, money, hate, all types of shit. That's just part of the game. So I try not to even dwell on that shit. You know, before the lawsuit, after the lawsuit, I always been doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? You got asked about me. Like I always been a nigga fly at the nice whips. You know what I'm saying? It's
Talk
regular.
that
Like,
shit, huh?
Cause whatever you want to do in life, I'm a firm believer you could do it. You just got to go out and get it. Just go out and grind for it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So to answer your question, like it ain't just regular. Like it's whatever. My mind is so far gone past that shit. I'm thinking about what's going on in the next 5 years. So now I'm gonna jump into your question.
Right.
So like 5 years, like I see myself with a partnership with a major, and just basically making it stable for Jersey. You know what I'm saying? And trying my best to really put on for Jersey and the best way I can, you know, sign some artists and give some people some opportunities, you know, that they never had.
Right.
You know?
So you really love this rap shit.
Yeah, I love music, bro.
Because a lot of people would have took that M and that fuck rap.
Ain't
I'm about to
called it
go
a day.
about to go get a McDonald's, you know what I mean? Subway or something.
What how do you, I want to get in your personal shit now, you know what I mean? How do you make money outside of this?
I got a couple ventures and shit, you know,
Okay.
a couple business moves and stuff like that. You know?
Street pharmacists.
Nah,
Send out.
No, we don't
Not
put that
my
on my
boy.
boy. We ain't never snitch on a nigga
Not
up
my
here,
boy.
dog. Hey, yo, listen, he do that again. That's look, that right there come from just him. Like that ain't from Beards and Bottles
Oh, that
podcast.
ain't from-
Just the homie GL. I don't know what he talking. I don't know what he talking about. That
Nigga
ain't-
Louis talking
Not
about
my
selling
boy.
drugs every episode.
Yeah, I talk about me selling drugs in the past. I asked
my
the nigga
boy.
what business ventures he got going on. You asked the nigga, is that nigga selling coke?
Yeah, I got a couple businesses, but I just feel like with Jersey, bro, like I said, like I don't take nothing personal, but I just feel like it's a lot of fake shit. Like niggas be like, yo, it's Jersey, we gotta stick together, we gotta do this. But then once a nigga get in position, it's like they don't ever want to help nobody else get on.
How you be feeling when niggas, the blogs be mentioning, you know, they top 50 and your name not in it?
As far as from Jersey,
Yeah, when they be like, yo, you know, Blazing Bars do their shit.
yeah.
New
Jersey
Jersey hip hop.
Yeah, I made their list.
Yeah, you know what I'm
I made
saying?
their list.
But when you don't, if you want like if you don't make Blazing Bars list, I don't think you made that one.
Nah, I didn't make that one. I made New Jersey though, the other shit.
How did you feel?
Nah, I don't really be.
Just niggas' opinions, right?
Yeah, niggas opinions, bro. Shit, I seen some lists when niggas was, you know, nominating niggas that just not even on my level. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas
It
don't
just
got
be
no
like,
track record.
No accolades.
yeah, niggas ain't got no accolades, no nothing. But it's just like, I really don't give a fuck, bro, about that shit. Like, I'm out here grinding, just doing what I gotta do, man. You know what I'm saying? You fuck with me, you fuck with me. You don't. That's just what it is, you know?
Right. So when somebody asks you what your legacy gonna be, like what the Rackboys is built on and what they stand for, what do you say then?
We just some young kids, young hungry kids out there trying to get it. You know what I'm saying? And I just was one of them that just try to put all my friends, because I'm gonna tell you how it really started. No bullshit. It started because I got like 4 friends. All their birthdays was in August.
Wow.
So it got to a point, it was like some of my friends was doing bad, some was doing all right. So it got to that point, like, in my life, I'm like, man, I gotta get out this hood. I gotta start traveling and shit. So I started going to Miami, going to Atlanta, going to different parts, you know, different states, and seeing different, you know, parts of the world or whatever. But my friends couldn't go. You know, they was fucked up financially.
Right.
So I'm like, you know what? Like, we gonna throw y'all a birthday party. And the money that we make, we gonna use that to travel and ball the fuck out.
Oh, that's dope.
You know what I'm saying? So it started with that. Then it actually became bigger than that because we all was from different parts. We all wasn't from Patterson. Some people from Passaic, Patterson, Hackensack, all different parts. And we all was popping where we was from. So then we started just getting this like fame, like, you know, all the groupies and like all types of shit, beef. Like we just was popping. Like we would have thought we was on some like death row shit, like bad boy shit, but just in that party life, you know.
Right.
So then I'm like, damn, like, this shit really, I seen the vision.
Right.
But I seen it bigger than what it was, because everybody was just looking at it like, oh, we lit, we got the city on fire, we popping, we fucking bitches, da-da-da. But I seen something different. I started, like, seeing the sort of vision on some, like, Master P shit, like, No Limit, you know? Puffy and Bad Boy, that's what I seen.
Right.
But the niggas ain't really catch on to that. So, but yeah, like, this shit is real for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I eat shit and sleep this shit, you know what I mean? Majority of my money going to this music shit first, before anything. A lot of niggas don't understand that, bro. This shit not easy.
This shit is a burden, bro. It's a gift and a curse.
I lost a lot of relationships, you know what I'm saying? Shit, my last girl, you know, was where I lost her over this shit. You know what I'm saying? I lost a lot of friends, you feel me?
Right.
This shit
She trying to come back now?
Nah, she out there trying to prove a point like,
Trying to spin the block.
nah, she on some shit. She a strong one. She on some shit like, nigga, like, I was with you before that shit. Like, I ain't kissing your ass because you getting that. So she out there really trying to prove a point like, I don't give a fuck about that money.
You can't let that shit break you, though.
Yeah.
At the same
No, but
time.
to answer your question, yeah, like, bro, that's a lot of shit be going on. You ask my boy Detail, motherfuckers making fake pages, gossiping about me, talking shit, just a whole bunch of shit, bro. But I just try not to, you know, get overwhelmed and just do what I do, you know?
So, what made you stay local, if you still local? Like, why you ain't never move away?
On some real shit, like my mom just passed away not too long ago, a couple of
sorry
years
to hear
old.
that, my nigga.
So I really ain't want to leave because I had to take care of her. And then I got my sister and my nieces that I kind of like watch over and make sure they good. So that's really why I ain't leave Jersey yet. You know what I'm saying? But once everything come accordingly,
Right.
you know, I'm definitely gonna move. I'm still gonna have a spot here, but I'm gonna be somewhere else.
This is my first time meeting you, bro, and I ain't gonna lie, bro. I like you so far, like as a person, like you saying, like you just
No, I fuck with you too. I saw your vibe and shit. Like, cool nigga, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I just try to keep it real, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I like
niggas,
how he be talking and shit, how he be coming.
Right. You know how I go.
Vibe, you know?
Nah, but you know what it is? It take a certain nigga to understand a certain nigga.
Yeah,
So
and I don't fuck with everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
I
fuck
normally
with
see you by
everybody.
yourself, like when you out and
Everybody
about.
say that shit.
That's why you keep saying boys. I'm like, where the Z at? I just see Rackboy.
Now we can get into that. So, you know, we started Rackboy probably like 2011.
Right. Oh, damn.
It's been a while.
12 years, 11, 12 years.
I've been throwing parties and shit since then. You know what I'm saying? You know, as time went on, you know what I mean? Niggas have fallouts. Niggas start having kids, families, and everybody start going their separate ways. But like now, realistically, I feel like we got the groove back now.
Oh, y'all cool back here?
Like we been cool, but it's just everybody on
Back
one
here.
accord now. Everybody
Yeah, 'cause
understanding.
I'm gonna be
Everybody
honest
getting
with you,
it.
bro. The buzz that you had, like, as far as doing parties, I don't know why would you ever stop. That shit was like making dope money.
Nah, that shit. All right, so jump into that. 'Cause
Let's
y'all
jump into
all
that.
over the place.
Yeah. You know what it is? Because you know this lifestyle, this rap and partying is one and the same. You getting the beefs through partying, you rap music, you partying, and you know what I'm saying? Just so on and so forth.
Now I'm gonna tell you some real shit. I'm not ashamed to speak about it because this is some real shit.
All right.
So at the time when we came in the game, we was doing 18 and up parties.
Right.
Killing the game.
Yeah, 'cause you was young. What, you was 20?
A little bit older now, yeah. Like 21, 22. So we killing the game, we doing what we gotta do. So niggas start fighting, all types of dumb shit. They shut the shit down. So now we gotta go to 21 and up now. Now it's a whole different ball game now. We competing with a whole bunch of niggas who've been doing this shit for years.
Right. It's
You know what I'm saying?
complete.
So now I got to the point now, we doing parties, we gotta go against Fuzz, all types of niggas, you know what I'm saying? So one day Fuzz, I'm in a party with Fuzz and shit. Fuzz in there. Nigga, Fuzz must have popped like 10 bottles. 20 bottles and shit.
My type of night.
So I'm in there on the other side and shit. You know, Rackboy, you got like 2, 3, whatever. But I'm like, yo, we can't compete.
Right.
Like,
At that
being
time.
real, at that time.
You was
Right.
babies. The Fuzz older.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I understand it, but I don't give a fuck about that shit.
Yeah.
We all in the same
It's the
category.
nigga
Like, you gotta
ego,
do-
I ain't
you
mad
gotta
at
stand
you.
the fuck up, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at Fuzz and shit. I'm just like, yo, like, we gotta compete. I'm
Right.
very competitive. That's one thing about me. A lot of people don't know.
You
I'm
cool, but you
I'm cool,
competitive than a
competitive,
motherfucker.
bro.
Like my man AJ.
Yeah, I'm very competitive. You know, like it's a lot of Jersey niggas right now is doing their thing. And I see y'all niggas, but
Oh, so you see
love.
me. You see me there.
I see you. Just let y'all know
I
I'm
just
coming.
hit that's my second 100K.
I'm coming for
I mean,
everybody.
100K streams.
That's
Salute to Louis J. What you mean? Oh,
Not
you
my
said-
boy.
Who you talking about? It's a fact, nigga.
I'm very competitive. Like I'm coming. We cool. It's all good. But
Just love.
when it's time to ball, nigga, I gotta score. You know what I'm saying?
So when y'all was in the club and you saw the levels,
Yeah, I seen that shit. I'm like, bro, we gotta do something else. Like, something. We gotta do something else to grow the brand. Something else. So that's when I started rapping. But at first, I ain't gonna lie, it was hard because like where I'm from, just like anywhere else, it's like when niggas is used to you doing one thing,
yeah, that's a fact.
they don't want to see you do nothing else.
Yeah.
Niggas like, this nigga party from what the fuck he trying to rap? Like,
Yeah.
nigga can't rap. Like, you know what I mean? Niggas was not trying to hear that shit. But what happened was I started doing music, obviously, and I started surpassing a lot of niggas who've been rapping way longer than me.
Right.
My shit started being on the radio with this nigga, that nigga. They like, hold up. So it got to a point, like, even if they ain't fuck with me, but they had to respect me. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I want an artist. Look, no artist ever came up here, right, so far, and really broke it down, the steps it took, how you handed the shit to the DJs, how you paid for ads. Nobody break that down to us. And I, only time it's gonna ever happen if I interview myself. I can't interview myself. I'm interviewing you, and I want nigga to come up here and like give the niggas the real game, not the game that I play. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We in here, we in together, and how it makes sense because you just told us you big on marketing. Let's make it make sense for the people.
So I give y'all the walkthrough. So in the beginning, I just was chasing like radio records, commercial records, because I'm gonna be real with you.
Like the homie GL. Yeah.
That's a fact. So that was my wave.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be real with you. I'm trying to catch that radio wave because at this time, it's kind of before streaming. It's like, you gotta get on the radio to get hot. Especially where we at. It's like, if you ain't on the radio, niggas be like,
you ain't shit.
Off. You fell off. Like, oh.
You ain't the guy.
This nigga ain't been in the radio in 2 years. He fell off. Not knowing niggas still dropping projects, everything. Like, we dictate everything off the radio.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Versus down south, it's like, you got, they don't really give a fuck about the radio. It's about what's in the streets, you know?
The streets, the clubs, the strip clubs.
Basically strip clubs, yeah. Even though things kind of changed now, but at that time, now I transition. And I just make the music I want to make, you know what I mean? Some pain shit, street shit for the bitches, some commercial shit. I do it all now, but at that time I really was just focus on commercial records. But there's only so much independent artists could do. Like, it's not really a lot of avenues for us. Like, if you want to talk about streaming, it's kind of hard for us to get on editorial playlisting. Like, for those who don't know what that is, that's the playlist curated by these companies, Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, shit like that, At the end of the day, the streaming platforms was supposed to change the narrative of the music game, but of course, these labels,
got too much money.
The labels got too much money, and they got these companies in a yoke. So at the end of the day, we still fighting and competing with major label artists.
I always tell niggas, you gotta fuck a bitch that know a nigga.
Yeah.
But if I was still, I'm married. You know what I mean? It's different for me.
Word.
I appreciate it. I've been married for, it's going to 2 years in October. So what I always say, like, I used to be out here slaying hoes, like just doing what I do. You know what I mean? And excuse my language. You know what I mean? Well, I was out here, this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? We from the streets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
15, 20 rotation. And then after 2 months, we trade again. It's another 15, 20. This is what we do. You know what I'm saying? I'm from
That's
that.
cat.
You know what I mean? On my kids, nigga.
Get that nigga
me,
dead.
you know what I'm saying? Me and GL used to be having competitions. Oh,
That's
yeah,
a
nigga,
fact.
50 a year.
That's a
38
fact.
a year. If I'm lying, I'm dying.
That's
And
a
if
fact.
we put up a couple hundred, nigga who win get the couple hundred like jar, like how the niggas doing in the wood.
I'm about to say that shit, yeah.
We from that. We a little older than you. You know what I'm saying? So we from, you know what I mean, a different type of thing. And we from a hardship. But to go back to to speak on what you were saying, it's hard to get on a playlist and it's hard to, you know what I mean, to do what we do. So I always tell people this, right? While we here, while we doing it independent, get you a paying fan base that's gonna come see you work.
Yeah.
I did the Louis and Friends concert in September. Rico, how many people was there? About 300, right? If they all pay $40 and I only pay $500 for the spot.
Yeah, that's a win-win right there.
I mean, and then
I know the math.
Right, and then if I'm selling you $80 hoodies and I sold 1,000 of them in 6 weeks, You know what I mean? It look different. All I do is put ads and sponsorships on. I'm giving y'all the game, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting. You figure I spent $175 on my ads on Instagram, just on Instagram, and I sell 1,000 hoodies in maybe 4 months or 3 months. I won.
No, definitely.
At $80. So it's all about, you know what I mean? I'd rather have 10,000 fans that's paying opposed to 1 million fans that's not sure if they fuck with me or not.
So how y'all gonna compete with this TikTok lifestyle?
I'm gonna join it. I ain't gonna compete. I'm gonna join it.
Y'all too cool, so you know what I'm saying?
No, he too cool.
Lou, you gonna
He
be
pretty. He got a jury.
Lou, you gonna be dancing on TikTok?
No,
I ain't doing it.
I'm gonna pay somebody to
boy.
dance for me.
Yeah. I mean, I fuck with the TikTok.
I have Selena come. Selena do it. Selena Young. I hit Selena with a couple dollars. You know what I mean? See if she had to do a dance. She probably won't. She too cool. She's a stoner.
Dance.
Yeah, but I feel like, not to cut y'all off, I feel like, I mean, everybody say TikTok, but like everybody don't make TikTok records.
Yeah,
That's
You
a
know what I'm
fact.
saying? So I feel like the number one way to push a record is YouTube.
Correct. Fact.
And for those who don't know, YouTube offers a marketing or promotional thing where you can pay for ads on YouTube.
Right.
A lot of people don't know you could target whatever audience you want.
right.
Rackboy Kim, we want to ask you one question, right?
Yeah.
Let us know one of the baddest bitches you fucked in the strip club that everybody know.
Talk to
We
him.
would that's what I really should have asked. You know, I know a name. I know some names, but I ain't gonna say it to you. I'm gonna let you see if you gonna. You ain't got to know the name, but just tell me the story.
You trying to set me up.
Tell me the story before I say the name.
Nah, I don't say no.
Now, tell me the story. But tell me the story how you met her, and then I'll say the name.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
No.
You know, man.
Not my boy.
Don't make me do this.
Nah, don't say no
I ain't gonna
names,
do that
man.
to him.
Don't say
I ain't
no
gonna
names.
do that to that nigga, man.
I'll be chilling, man.
Rackboy, we appreciate you, bro. Shout out your single, shout out your album. Let everybody know what you got going on, bro.
You know
We
what
gonna
it
get
is,
before we get up out of here.
man. I got 2 new singles out, not just one. I got 2. Make sure you go check them out. First one, Get Back. Second one is F9, stands for No Fuck Niggas Allowed, NFNA.
That's the one we fucking with so heavy too.
Oh, word?
Yeah, we like that
Appreciate
joint.
that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Video be out real soon. Make sure you check me out. I'm about to go on tour next month for Stunner for Vegas. I'm gonna be at a city near you. And we're just working, man.
And his blue check is real. He don't got a fake blue check.
yeah,
Blue check
Oh, but
boys.
to go back from
You know, I'm no nigga that started that.
Yeah.
A lot of niggas don't know
I
that.
seen that shit, but
I'm the first nigga that started. A lot of niggas rebutted me. 10, 20,000 people rebutted me, but I'm
They
be
was-
honest
they
with
was
y'all.
at
Let me
your
let
neck.
y'all know right now, right, about the blue check shit, right? I don't know nothing about that shit. I was just fucking with y'all.
Yeah.
I just do something out there that stuck. The nigga name told me some shit. Niggas names told me some shit. I just threw it up on the gram. And niggas,
When I see them niggas
started a
retorting this shit,
right.
I'm like,
I said these niggas really. Bro, I
So
been
let
going
me-
in the streets. I don't give a fuck about no fucking.
So let me ask you a question. Do you feel
Yeah.
like that blue check shit really matter? Like when it comes to talking to bitches and all that shit?
I don't got a blue check. I don't know nothing about no women.
Oh, well, you know what I'm saying?
nah,
man,
some
I
of
don't
them
know
have
about the
them.
Hypothetically speaking.
But I think it mattered depending on what level of women you deal with. And then on other levels, it don't matter.
Cause
So,
my friends be on some shit like, she just ain't DM or she just want to talk to you because you got the blue check. I'm like, bro, like I've been that
Blue
nigga
check
before
with
the blue
enough
check.
fuck all that.
followers?
Tell them you right. Because you earned the blue check. Just tell them niggas you right.
Yeah, I'm right. And I went through Instagram to get it. I ain't had to pay nobody.
Right.
You know
What I'm telling you is about me, though. What I'm telling you is
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
I don't got no blue check.
Yeah.
You feel me? I got almost 22,000 followers.
But you still that nigga though.
Yeah, I've been that nigga. The
Yeah.
street niggas.
Yeah, you
If
still
you
that
from,
nigga.
I know any nigga from any city that got money on a certain level.
Yeah.
You heard I said fuzz, right? I don't know no music
Yeah.
shit. I know do other niggas do different
other
things.
shit, yeah.
So if you know me and you in a different city, if you in New Jersey, all the way to Pennsylvania, to Chester, all the way to Washington D.C., if you know me, if you know what I'm saying, if you touch yourself with certain type of dollars, you know me, so I ain't got a what's the name like that, my nigga. I'm
turkey bags.
I've turkey bags. I've been good
Turkey
for
bags.
20 years. You feel me? Since I was a teenager. I'm
Talk
that
that
nigga.
shit.
I don't even be talking like that, but I'm just there's
Nah,
different
nah,
levels to
talk
what
your
I
shit,
do and what
man.
everybody else. I own this. You know what I mean? I own it, but that's nothing here nor there. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
I
And I
talk
own
your
a
shit,
lot of
man.
other shit. You know what I mean? But this is what I do. You know what I mean?
Nah, talk your shit.
And those
man.
days are over for me. Those, you know what I mean? I'm in a different space. I'm one of the niggas that made it. And I'm young.
Facts.
But we
then
ain't
it's
here
still-
we ain't here about me. We here to celebrate you, bro.
And to still answer you, a lot of them niggas with them blue checks be dweebs. So then when you come through cool and you got the blue check, oh yeah.
And
They
my
done
wife,
let you slice
my
without
wife
it.
badder than these bitches. Her body ain't even done yet. She about to get done. My wife badder than these bitches, right?
Hello.
Celine, my wife bad. My wife better than these bitches, right? That's cool. But I'm just saying on another note, like on some other shit, like these niggas with blue checks didn't even earn them. A lot of them. I ain't gonna mention no names. I'll put it out there. I said it just because you got the blue check. You know what I'm saying? And I understand, like, you know what comes with it.
Yeah.
But do you think, like, you know, since you got the blue check, more opportunities come to you, maybe? As far as sponsorships and, you know, doing things, being able to work with you, and the believability factor.
It's like a yay, nay. Like, yeah, but no. Because, like, I'm a grinder. Like, I'm a hustler. Like, I'm going to make it happen regardless. And people, and I feel like people know that. Like, but for a certain standard, people do look at you differently. Like, when it comes to, like, sponsorships and shit like that. Like, shout out to Fashion Nova. Like, I was sponsored by them for a little hot minute, a little something.
Yeah.
And right now, shout out to, what's the name? 26 Red.
Right.
Out of New York. Maybe, you know, sponsor me with the drip and all that. Shout out to them. But I mean, when it comes to that, yeah, like business, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but
then you got some dope apparel too. You rack this. I need one. I don't know why you even bring nothing up here for us.
Yeah. Nah.
I'm feeling away.
We short
this
on stock right now. I gotta get some more.
I'm looking at this hat. I'm like, this shit is fucking fire. I ain't even gonna happen with hate on cuz this shit is high.
Nah, I appreciate that, yo.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
So once again, this is Beards and Bottles, episode number 10. My boy Rackboy Cam. Leave your Instagram, all your following, everything there. Let the people know.
Make sure y'all follow me at Rackboy_Cam, RACKBOY_CAM. Y'all know what it is, all platforms, man. Like I said, once again, make sure you go download that No Fuck Niggas Allowed NFNA record. You know, we coming, baby.
That's how we moving. It's your main man, PB and Louie.
It's the homie GL, no fuck boys allowed.
And it's Beards and Bottles.